how does Medicare cover diabetes? Diabetes is very popular, so even if you're not diabetic, you know someone that's diabetic and you might want to watch this video. And let's talk about all the different supplies that diabetics need. Medication, RX, insulin, they need lancet, they need test strips, they need gauze, alcohol, shoes, compression stockings, on and on and on. Just test strips alone. How many you can get depends on if you are insulin dependent or not. And you can't just go buy stuff on the internet and expect to get reimbursed from Medicare. A lot of people think that when they first go on Medicare. You have to go to an approved provider in your area. And this diabetic test strip thing, this was crazy a couple years ago. People's parents were passing away and they had leftover test strips and they were selling them. There was like a black market for diabetic test strips. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if where you live, if you're still hearing about that. That was crazy. This is complicated. What is covered under Medicare Part B, which is the original chassis, government Medicare, versus Part D, drugs, which is private insurance. Medicare Part D, private insurance. If you get your insulin through a pen or a syringe, then you're going to be covered under Medicare Part D for your lancets, your swabs, your alcohol, your gauze. If you get it through a pump, then you're going to be covered under Medicare Part B. And this makes a big difference when you're deciding if you want to go with original government Medicare and a Medicare supplement. Do that if you're on a pump. Or if you want to go with Medicare Part D. That's okay as long as you're not on a pump. That's a shortcut. You want to go into it a little bit more with us when you call us at the Medicare Family. We'll explain it in more detail, but that is a good shortcut. Insulin pumps. Medicare only covers certain pumps, and this is always changing which pumps they cover. But Medicare Part B, the government only covers the traditional pump, the old-fashioned pump with the tubes. People don't want that. People want the cool new pump, the Omni pump, which doesn't have the tubes. They want to be able to take a shower and go swimming and not have to deal with that. The traditional pump is covered under the government Medicare under Part B. The fancy, expensive one is covered under Part D, your private insurance. We're going to go back to that again soon. Medicare shoes. So if you've had ulcers on your feet, you know that you need special shoes. My mother-in-law has these special shoes. So they're extra deep and extra wide. Nothing's going to rub you and exacerbate the wounds on your feet. Medicare will pay for 2 visits to a podiatrist. It will pay for 1 pair of extra deep shoes. It will pay for extra molded deep inserts. Again, your doctor has to prescribe these things, but yes, they are covered under Medicare Part B. Now, technically, they don't pay for compression stockings because if you're diabetic, you should generally wear compression stockings. But they will pay for it if you already have wounds, if your doctor prescribes them. So I put up here that they don't pay for them. In general, they don't, but if your doctor prescribes them, they will. Insulin, of course, that's a hot topic. Insulin is all over the board. Medicare Part B, the government Medicare, that you pay that premium for every month. Medicare Part B will pay for your insulin if you have the traditional pump with the tubes. Remember I said get a Medicare supplement if you're an insulin-dependent diabetic with a traditional pump. Medicare Part D, your private insurance, or if you're a vet, you get it from the VA. Medicare Part D is where you're going to have to get your insulin. And the Inflation Reduction Act was supposed to make insulin $35. Some insulins are $35, okay? It's kind of a big deal that you understand this difference. B, Part B as in boy, pays for your insulin if you have a pump. So if you have Medicare Supplement Medicare Supplement Plan G, you've met your deductible for the year, you don't pay for your pump, you don't pay for your insulin. Big deal. But if you have a Part D plan, because you have the Omnipod or you have the syringes or the pens, you're paying for your insulin. And that means that you might get $35 insulin, or your drug company might have this insulin for $35, but not this insulin for $35. And then if they do cover the insulin, they don't cover those modifiers, Januvia, Jardiance, one of those that boosts your insulin. Those are also very expensive. So, it's just very complicated, and the law is changing in regards to drugs. So in 2026, some of those very expensive drugs are already on the table to be negotiated down. 2026 is a long way away from now. Right now, when you buy a drug plan, you want to look at and see if your insulin is covered. You have to do that before you choose a plan. And then see if any of your modifiers are covered, and we will help you try to figure out which plan covers your drugs at the lowest rate. Then we'll explain to you, based on which way you're going, Medicare Advantage or with the Medicare supplement, how all your supplies will be covered and how do you get them. Do you get a mail order? It's all over the board. That's what we do, the Medicare Family. We're going to make it easy, as easy as we can. We will explain it to you. If you need an appointment, go to our website, themedicarefamily.com. There's a yellow box at the top of the page. Book your own appointment. We're here to help. If you like this video, you might really like this video. Check it out. And we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a great video. We put out one every week. Check in the description below this video for a link to our cheat sheet on Social Security and Medicare. And you can also give us a comment if you have a specific question. Always feel free to call us or email us at the Medicare Family.